Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Now, y'all know if you've been watching the show for the last, 18 years, nearly 18 years, duck hunting needs water, fishing needs water, the mountains need snow, and it doesn't look like we got any, any real snow up on the mountain here this past week. That might change. We'll find out from Peyton Major here in a little bit how much that might actually happen, because we need that really, really bad. It's middle of December, and my buddies that like to do this, snowboarding, skiing thing, they can't go. So it'd be nice to get them out of the duck blinds. Just saying. Give folks options. But that rain came in just like it was forecasted, and things just blew out and got crazy. But for me, I've been waiting to have a little bit more water, right? A little bit. Well, it went well past a little bit and got to crazy levels. And hunting in situations where, myself, trying to find spots where I try to stand. I don't like hunting out of the boat, so I want to try to find a place that I can actually put my feet on the ground, and that it was a tremendous challenge to try to make that happen. But the side to that, the best part, is you're actually hunting just like you're in Arkansas, right? Flooded timber, birds coming down through the trees, yelling at them as they're going by and just hoping that you can get a couple to break off it. As a duck hunter, that is just... There's very few things that are better. When you're getting them fluttering over your decoys in the trees at very short ranges, makes for some really good hunting. Luckily, we had a couple of days like that this week. Had one day that was a total bust, just too much water, couldn't find any place to actually hunt without tying up into the middle of trees. Tried to make that work, but it was an exercise in futility. But we did have a couple of good hunts, shot a couple limits there. One of the days this week, so it was a little bit of a mixed bag. Widgeon, mallards, we're not too proud, but when I had the opportunity to just really sit back and work them in through the trees and just kind of pick and choose your shot, which is, again, one of the funnest things. I am not a duck hunting purist. This is not what I chase. Well, I guess you chase this every time, right? But those, it just doesn't happen all the time where you can really do a 7 drake limit. But when it does, God, I wish I was standing there right now. I mean, it's just one of those things that, as again, a waterfowler, that's what you're looking for. But it looks like water's going to stick around for a little while. Things are expected to make an even larger bounce than what we had this past week. It only got up into the upper 9s here on the Willamette. It's forecasted by a week from today to be up in near 12, right? So you're talking 3 extra feet-ish, so things are going to get a bit nuts. It's just, man. I did get a question, though, this week. I can't remember if it was on Facebook or another source, whatever it was, about sturgeon fishing in these conditions. The one thing that I would throw out there to you is if you were planning on doing something like that, which this is a great time. I love high water, muddy conditions to target sturgeon on the Willamette, but it can be extremely dangerous, okay? Big logs, trees, if not full-blown trees coming down at you. So, I mean, if you're really going to do that, I would probably say wait a little while just for safety reasons. But if you actually were going to do it, you need to keep an eye upriver at all times, especially if you're dropping an anchor, okay? And you might say, well, why would you say that? Because there's a lot of folks that are spot locking these days to sturgeon fish and fish other ways. So just keep your eyes open. It can get crazy in a split second in these kinds of conditions. So let's take a look at some of the smaller ones. Here's where I was mentioning just a little bit ago that there's a very small window here. If you just couldn't take it, you got to get out and do some fishing. Locally, you've got a chance here. Some of them along the coast, we'll take a look at that in a second. But you got a very small window, and it looks like it might last a little bit longer over along the coast. These are pretty, well, without diving into it too much, I'd say go. I'm just saying. David, would you fish?
No, on small streams I would.
Okay, so on small streams you would. So you would still sit, well, I don't want to,
I wouldn't fish past Monday.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I like that. Alcee, same thing. So you can see all these rivers blew up and just exploded, now dropping down into spots, and you can see another perfect example. Like Dave said, maybe Monday.
Maybe not even Monday.
You think so? So yeah, so it's, again, if you can't catch them if you don't go. You got to play the conditions when you have good conditions, right? And based on what we've got coming, if you were really going to do it, looks like that Monday timeline by one of the best would be the day. So if you can get out there, have some fun, send some photos over. We'd love to be able to show off those I would still call them early season winter steelhead, although things change dramatically after such a big shot of water. There's no question that the fish that are offshore know that something happened in the rivers that they're going back to. Rods and reels in need. Don't forget there's an event that's going on today, and they want to get the kids there today. Now listen, I know up in the Golden Pheasant area up there, Shelton, excuse me, there's been a lot of water, there's been a lot of crazy things going on up there, but if you have that opportunity today, you can get the kids over there, get some rods and reels in their hands, get the kids there themselves if you can, and just have a little bit of fun and kind of really get a chance to see what Rods and Reels and Needs does for the kids and families that are out there after donating well over 200 rods just this last Saturday. And I got lots of questions about where'd all those rods go? I don't know. They're still over there somewhere and where all the toys are for the Foxville Toy Drive, of course. So there you go. That's going on today at 11 to 3. And don't forget, send Jason at Procure.com an email. You'll enter yourself in to win, just like the photo we showed you a little bit ago. Every Monday morning, the winner is chosen and notified if they won that prize pack again from Procure. All right, let's check in with Peyton Major, who's got to be very busy as a real true meteorologist. Is this exciting for you, or is this just like way too much information overload?
I love the data, so I love it. I actually was on the East Coast last weekend, and that's why I was missing. I was in the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Come back, and I'm like, what? It's so warm here. I was sweating.
I bet. 60 degrees, yeah.
Yeah, full flip there. So, I mean, we are truly one of the warmest spots across the U.S. You can see our average temperature is 8. Yes, I said 8 degrees above normal. We're impressed when that's 2 to 3 degrees. So this is pretty crazy. I'm going to see multiple 60-degree days in December. And then on top of that, we're doing very well for rain. I mean, 1.5 inches, 2 days in a row there, Monday, Tuesday this week, put us up to just short of 5 inches at PDX. Rain totals are varying all across our region. But yeah, as Owen was mentioning, obviously, rivers were the main talking point. We saw so many flooding issues across our region. Happy to report Oregon has no flood warnings active right now, but Washington still has plenty, and that's where we're still seeing some active flooding concerns. One of those being the Cowlitz River. Now it's minor, and we are seeing levels slowly dropping, but know that the Cowlitz River is still seeing some minor flooding. Action stage for Pudding River. If you're confused as to what that means, basically the flood warning has expired near Aurora, but we are closely watching it because action stage means this river is sensitive. It's close to minor flooding, which is flood stage, and any additional rain could easily boost it up again. And you guys all know, because we all talk about rivers levels on this show, that that's most likely going to happen, especially with those smaller rivers. Okay, so wet again next week. Basically, here's a brief timeline. Today is dry, no weather concerns. A few showers tomorrow, mainly in the morning. Again, no concerns. And then Monday, that's when we really kickstart the faucet again. On and off rain, little breezy from the southwest, and then Wednesday, Thursday, I think is the 2 days really to watch, maybe even Friday, because moderate to heavy rain makes a reappearance with, again, that southwesterly breeze. So high resolution data first. This is all we're expecting for tomorrow. Really light rain, maybe some clouds in the drizzle spot in the afternoon. Monday, more steady, starting to see the yellows and maybe even some oranges there, which indicates heavy rain, and that's going to last through the afternoon. All because of another atmospheric river. Yes, everyone's favorite 2 words this winter. It gets a little overused, but know that this is a scientific term. And yes, we are seeing 2 of them back to back this week. So this is the European model. I'm going to show you the American model. One obviously more high resolution than the other. American model's really boosting up those rain totals. So something to watch, again, specifically toward the latter half of this next week. Snow level also dropping. This is great news because we have never had no snow at Poochie Lift on December 15th, and we won't have any this year. Really crazy. I think records go back about 45 years. So yeah, we're finally going to drop to around 3,000 feet coming Wednesday and then maybe next Saturday. All in all, how much rain are we expecting? Again, I'm just going to show you one model. This is the European model, so that first model that's showing lower totals, just because I think it's a little more high resolution. This is Monday, 1/2 inch to 1 inch in the valleys. Really watch the coast range, the coast, and the Cascades, because I think these will be the problem spots. That's where we're looking at closer to maybe 4 or 5 even 6 inches in Bonneville and Detroit. So these are the areas where we could see additional flooding concerns. Remember, the ground is soft, it's saturated, additional water just runs off, and then rivers are already swollen. And so, yeah, again, we love the rain, Owen, but too much all at once is when we see these concerns.
Yeah, there's no question. Sometimes it's, you got to be careful what you wish for. It definitely is going to be very intense here again this upcoming week. Peyton, as always, we appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you in the morning. All right, everyone, we're going to cut to a quick break. We've got a quick clip for you from Fisherman's Marine. Then we're going to have David Johnson here in the studio. We're going to talk about winter steelhead, a little bit of coastal hatchery topics as well. So make sure you stick with us throughout the whole show. We got some great stuff for you. We'll be back in just a minute.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, Ocean and the Saltwater Sport Fishing Show, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.